A well-known St. Louis sports personality story is going viral tonight. He says his 9-year-old daughter's soccer team is being treated disrespectfully by the coaches of a youth football team. New at 6, Russell Kinsall is in Imperial at the Windsor School District, where they're now working to turn a negative into a positive. Russell?
Well, Steve, that parent is Chris Kerber. He's the radio voice of the St. Louis Blues on KMOX. He said last Friday his 9-year-old daughter's soccer team and 2 other soccer teams had this half of the Windsor High School football field reserved for them to be scrimmaging. On the other half, it was reserved for a youth football team, but apparently those coaches thought they needed more of the field. So Kerber says one of the coaches kicked over the cones on the 50-yard line, then moved the football players 5 or 10 yards over onto the soccer side of the field. Then he said those coaches refused to even talk about it with the soccer coaches and parents.
And it has to start with basic decency and basic respect.
But Chris Kerber said too often it's missing from youth sports. On Friday, while 3 9-year-old girls soccer teams were scrimmaging on half of the Windsor High School football field, the Junior Owls football team was practicing on the other. It's a club team not run by the school district, but it's coached by a high school assistant football coach, and the high school head coach was visiting.
When you saw the actions that happened, you knew that respect was not involved, and that's what bothered me.
Without asking permission or discussing it with soccer coaches, Kerber said one of the football coaches kicked over the cones separating the teams and moved the football players onto part of the other part of the field. Kerber posted a video on Twitter about the incident. It's been viewed thousands of times and has the community talking.
It's just very disrespectful.
Gary Smith is a parent and a youth baseball coach.
And you have to be respectful of whoever's on the field and just treat them like people. I mean, this is all recreational. This isn't, a surgery here.
On Monday morning, Kerber met with school officials who are trying to right the wrong.
I applaud the efforts of the high school principal and their athletic director for asking me to drive down and meet with them.
Superintendent Dr. Joel Holland released a statement saying, "We look forward to resolving this issue and turning this conversation into a positive discussion about sportsmanship at all levels, and are optimistic about the change that can result when groups and organizations work together collectively."
It's a huge opportunity to turn a negative into a positive.
Kerber said youth coaches and parents need to remember that youth sports are about more than wins and losses. It's also about building character. He said he's already been contacted by several youth leagues who want to use this incident as a way to help teach kids respect and build character in young athletes. Live in Imperial, Russell Kinsall, News 4.